said that I'd play Amnesia. I don't care. I want to play this game. Shut up. Shut up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Great, so I can play this now. So obviously the commentator will be involved, so I won't be able to speak too much because I'm sure he'll interrupt me quite a lot. But obviously I'd quite like for you guys to interact too, so if you think there's some different decisions that I could make here, or we could try something else, then say it and I'll try and see if I can get that done, but I know that there's a bit of a time lapse, so do I interact with stuff or anything? Whoops!
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly.
Let me out!
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
No.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
No.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by?
No, let me
He no longer
out!
had the ability to tell.
No,
But the
I
one
can
thing
see
he
the
knew
clock.
for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
I can try...
Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Listen, let me
Soon,
out.
Very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Let me out of
Now it's
here!
even closer.
Oh! What? Oh, fucking hell. I haven't even started the fucking game. What the hell? So why did it have to load? Is that different or something? I don't know. This
All
is...
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, they're not here. Beep. There's a lot more in this one. Oh, that drawer opened. Exciting. There's a lot more in this one than the other game. Oh, I just want to touch everything. Be my Valentine. Ah. What's that in there? Can we go in there or something? No. No. I'm not going to stand up. I'm sorry. I know I'm wearing a vest, Mad Dog, but no. Splash yourself with some cold water, please, sir. I can't go in any of these rooms. I want to go in there. This is like Portal. I just want to go places that I, you know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I can see that Wibbs has already said go left, so I'm just going to go left because he said left. But, you know, obviously the choice is there. I don't want to see what's down there. Fuck it. Go left. So we're going to the meeting room. We're doing what the commentator's saying. Ooh, pictures. Can I go in? No, I can't. really want to open something or have another option here. I want to be able to do something different. Okay, this is the meeting
Yet
room.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Tomorrow, complete the day's unfinished agenda items, write next day's agenda, and reflect. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a thick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all. There's so many underlying messages in this already. Come on. Remember slides on this slides. Oh. I want to know what this is all about. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, there's stuff here, look. There's stuff here. I can't touch it though.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
What do I do if I stay here? Does he get cross at me if I stay here?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
There's nothing
As it
to
is,
interact
he's
with.
literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA. Okay, we'll go out.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
No, I'm not. I've just
Standing
walked
around
out.
doing nothing?
I've walked out.
Hey, please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I've walked out. We're going back. Where do I go? Up or down, guys? Up or down? Quickly.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So he wants us to go upstairs. But I want to know what's downstairs. Down. Okay, go down. Right, so I'm not doing what he says. Sorry. I'm assuming some of you have played this then. What's down here? Nothing. What's this? Ooh, parking lot.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Yeah.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Just
And
like
as
these
Stanley
numbers
pondered
here.
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Oh,
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
there's no
And
feet.
at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
What?
His co-workers weren't actually gone.
What?
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He thought to
What?
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job.
This is
pushing
different.
buttons.
This is
I
different.
may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Ooh!
around.
Ooh! No!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a
No.
magical starfield.
No, 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 no,
And
no.
it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
This is such a
I'm
mind
dreaming
fuck.
about
What's
a
going
voice
on?
Describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all
Paradox.
people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh,
Now,
Feeney's
hearing
here.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock.
What am I
to
supposed to
Stanley.
do now?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact
I
a
don't want to
dream.
embarrass you,
Did the voice
Feeney,
not
so
see
I
him
won't
float
say
and make the
anything.
magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Calm down,
would prove it.
commentator.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
No,
and invited himself
no,
to wake up.
no.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
It's not going to happen.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
No, I don't want to continue
Please.
pushing buttons.
It's all I want.
No, it isn't.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
No, Stanley, you're not.
Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
This is getting a bit creepy.
And everything went black.
No!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I beg your pardon?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body,
Oh my goodness.
and then she turned and ran.
Ran away. Oh, what? Who made me go downstairs? Seriously. Ah! Are we back here now? I want to go right this time. This is different. This seems different, isn't it? Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
This is
he entered
different!
the door on his left.
Okay, see you later. Hopefully talk to you later.